Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the episode again on Udemy. So, in our previous tutorials, we learned about how to create foundation walls, but on this episode, we are going to learn how to add footings and also piers in Revit 2023. So remember, we created some grid lines, both horizontal grid lines and vertical grid lines here. And also, when you come into the elevations, we have some levels here. We created the top of foundation, level 1, level 2, level 3. So we are going to still use the top of foundation for our footings. But before you can place a footing, you have to determine where you want to place your columns. So as you know already, we've learned about how to place in columns. So I'm going to pick some columns here. I think it's best I use rectangular columns and also use at grade and select my grade as well. So these are the columns that I just did here. So we are going to take a section through the columns and see if our column reaches the top of foundation. So from the view in which we are seeing right now, the level is at what? Level 1. So how do we send our level or our columns into the top of foundation? So what you can do best is to come back into the 3D, select one of the column and do select all instances in view. After that, you change your base level to top of foundation. So immediate change from level 1 to level 2. After doing so, you can come into your structure tab area and also come to structural foundation isolated. So you just pick this. It provides you with a property, so you can determine, as we have been doing, by doing duplicate. With a duplicate, you determine the size of what foundation size you want or foundation footing that you want. So when after determining, this is the thickness, this is the width, and this is the length. Also, you can provide some type mark for this here as well. After that, you do OK. So better still, you can also do at column or at grid line. So we have two options when you want to do the placement of footings. So I'm going to do at columns, then I'll select everything like that and do finish here. So because he said none of the created elements are visible in the structure plan level 1. So because we are drawing the footings in foundation level, when we come into the foundation level, we can see it here. Because what you have to keep in mind is that the base works at the constraint of the underside of the column. The base works under the constraint of the other side of the column. That's why you can see the base was attached to the underside of the column. So this is how to place in foundation in Revit 2023. Aside that, when you have a wall also, so this is isolated footing. You can also do same for maybe structure wall or stuff. And also you can still create model in place foundation. When I come to component model in place, I just have to search for foundation, structure foundation, then I do OK from here. I can also use the extrusion for my foundation base. Then any shape that I want to draw, I can do circular base here and do finish. From here, I will change the type to a concrete. And I'll do finish from here. So this is a circular foundation in which I've drawn. But I'm going to expand my section here for you to see how it is. So I'll do edit type here. And I can provide my depth as 450. As minus 450 rather. And do my extrusion end as 0. After doing this, then I can do finish. So back to the foundation or top of foundation, I can decide to place my column here as well. So I have to specify that my column will be at the top of foundation. Then I can place my column in here like that. So this is how to add in footing, foundation, and also using the model in place to create any shape of foundation that you want from here. There we have it. So the next thing that we are going to do is to try and create a pier or a foundation pier. How do we do that? So we are going to come into level 1 here, or go back to the top of foundation and delete everything here. So there is a filter. The filter helps you to filtrate the items that you don't want. So right now I don't want the foundation base, so I'm going to check the foundation base here and delete them. So how do we get a foundation pier in our tutorials or in our Revit project? So when I come here, you can see we don't have any pier here. So what I'm going to do is to come to load family. Under the load family, I'll browse through my family area, which I'll go to structural foundation. So under structural foundation, I'm going to use the power caps. So under the power caps, I'll place one somewhere here. Then take a section through here. So this is how to create a pier base. So when I select this and I come into the selection box, I can see my power cap here like that. Also, as a structural engineer, you have to determine the type of loading which will come into your foundation, and also determine the type of power cap you use. So this is the power cap, and these are the powers or the pier supporting this column. Also, I can come into my level 1 and also load more. So I'll come back to foundation, isolated foundation, load, and I have series of them here. So I have the 1 power cap, I have 2, I have a whole lot here, and I have rectangular power cap here, and I also have this one too here as well. So any type in which I want, I just have to select them and do open. Then I can start to place them in here at the various vantage points in which I want. Then when I come into my 3D, I can use my section box to expand what I have done here. So this is how to place in a power cap, and also a pier and a foundation footing as well. In case you have any question, you can comment it at the comment section box. It's best you start doing the practice so that you know how to be familiar with this in Revit 2023 as well. Thank you for watching. Peace, shalom, bye. See you in the next video.